Have you ever felt like your baby was trying to tell you something was wrong, but you simply couldn't figure out what it was? They cry. They seem uncomfortable. Nothing seems to work. And the longer it goes on, the more that question starts creeping into your mind. The same question that worries almost every parent. Could it be colic? The problem is that colic doesn't always look the way people expect. In fact, many babies show signs long before parents realize what's actually happening. And some of those signs are much easier to recognize when you know exactly what to look for. Sign number 1, the crying that seems to have no explanation. One of the most common signs of colic is when a baby starts crying intensely even after they've been fed, changed, and comforted. And that's exactly what makes colic so confusing for parents. Because normally, when a baby cries, there's a need that can be met. But during a colic episode, the discomfort may continue even when everything seems fine. And there's another detail that many parents notice. The crying often appears around the same time each day, especially during the late afternoon or evening, almost as if there's a pattern that's impossible to ignore. Sign number 2, pulling the legs toward the tummy. When colic appears, your baby's body often starts showing signs that are just as revealing as the crying itself. It's very common for babies to pull their legs toward their belly, tighten their abdomen, or seem restless even while being held. And you've probably seen this exact scene before. Your baby looks tired. They seem like they want to relax. They may even be seeking comfort in your arms. But something keeps them from settling down, because many episodes of colic are associated with abdominal discomfort and trapped gas. That's why some babies squirm, constantly shift positions, or keep their legs tucked close to their tummy for long periods of time. And here's the detail that catches many parents' attention. Your baby doesn't just look upset, they look uncomfortable, as if they're trying to tell you that something doesn't feel right, even though they can't explain what they're feeling. And for many families, this is the first moment an important realization begins to form. Maybe this isn't just ordinary crying. Maybe the body is trying to show exactly where the discomfort is coming from. Sign number 3. The episodes tend to happen at the same times of day. One of the most distinctive features of colic is that it rarely appears completely at random. Many parents begin to notice that the episodes happen at almost the same time every day. Their baby may seem relatively calm for most of the day, but as late afternoon arrives or evening begins, everything suddenly changes. And that can be incredibly frustrating, because after a few days, parents often find themselves anticipating what is about to happen. That time of day is coming again. While every baby is different, this repeated pattern is one of the biggest clues that can help distinguish colic from other types of discomfort. And once parents start recognizing that pattern, many pieces of the puzzle finally begin to fit together. Sign number 4. Your baby seems unable to relax, even after feeding, even while being held, even when they are clearly exhausted. Some babies struggling with colic seem unable to get comfortable no matter what you do. They may squirm, constantly shift positions, remain restless, or even appear to fight sleep. This happens because discomfort can make it much harder for the brain and body to settle down and relax. And that's why many parents find themselves saying the exact same thing. He looks so tired, but he just can't settle. When this behavior appears alongside the other signs we've discussed, it may be another important clue that your baby is dealing with more than an ordinary crying spell. Sign number 5. Your baby seems to feel better after passing gas. This is a detail many parents only notice once they start paying close attention. During a colic episode, a baby may appear extremely uncomfortable, but after passing gas or having a bowel movement, something changes. They relax. Their body becomes less tense. The crying decreases, and sometimes they seem like a completely different baby. This happens because a significant part of colic is linked to digestive discomfort, trapped gas, and the immaturity of a baby's digestive system during the first months of life. And perhaps that's why so many parents describe the exact same feeling. It seemed like something inside was bothering him. When relief consistently follows the release of gas, it can be one of the clearest signs that the discomfort is truly coming from the tummy. And when you combine that sign with everything we've covered so far, the pattern becomes much easier to recognize. If there's one important thing to remember, it's this. Colic is not happening because you did something wrong, and in most cases, it doesn't mean there's anything seriously wrong with your baby. What's happening is that your baby's digestive system is still maturing. And for some babies, that process can be uncomfortable. That's why the strategies that tend to help the most are the ones that increase comfort and a sense of security. Holding your baby close, gently rocking them, massaging their tummy, moving their legs carefully, creating a calmer environment when the discomfort begins. But perhaps the most important thing to remember is this. Your baby is not trying to make your life difficult. They're struggling too, and often, what they need most isn't a perfect solution. It's knowing that someone is there with them while they move through that discomfort. Because colic passes, development continues, and this stage, as difficult as it may feel right now, will not last forever. And when you put everything we've talked about together, something starts to become clear. Colic doesn't always look the way most parents expect. Often, it's not just crying. It shows up through signals your baby is communicating with their body. The legs pulled toward the tummy, the predictable timing, the difficulty relaxing, the relief after passing gas. And maybe that's exactly why so many parents feel lost in the beginning, because babies can't tell us what they're feeling yet, so they communicate in other ways, through behavior, through reactions, through small signals that most people never notice. And once you learn how to recognize those signals, everything starts to change. The feeling shifts from, "I have no idea what's going on," to, "Now I understand what my baby is trying to tell me." And maybe that's the most important lesson from this entire video, because colic is only one example. Today it was tummy discomfort. Tomorrow it may be sleep, fear of the dark, separation anxiety, big emotions, or dozens of other behaviors that leave parents searching for answers. And behind all of them is the same question. What is my baby trying to communicate before they have the words to say it? That's exactly why you need to subscribe to Before Words. Because if this video changed the way you see colic, imagine how many other important signals you can learn to recognize. Every new video helps you better understand your child's brain, interpret behaviors with greater confidence, and build a deeper connection with them. Because child development doesn't wait. And the most important clues are often hidden in the details most people overlook. So subscribe now, because Before Words, the brain is already telling a story. And here at Before Words, you'll learn how to see it.